You cannot say you have goals and dreams and then you say you are bored. Because that moment when you are bored, that's the time when you should be working on your goals and your dreams. People who are bored, people who get bored are those people who don't have a purpose, who don't have goals, who don't have visions, who don't have dreams. They wake up and go wherever the wind is blowing. But when you've got goals and dreams and vision and purpose, you cannot work on them unless you spend a lot of time alone. I know we need people, we need collaboration, we need partners and everything. But you can't go to a partner without having a strategy where you work on alone. You can't go to a partner whereby you don't have an idea that you are brainstorming on. You still need to be alone at some point to work on certain things so that when you meet up with your partner, when you meet up with your whoever you are working with, you bring something to the table. I mentioned it somewhere in my book that people who always seek company are nothing alone. You are nothing alone. And the fact that you can't be alone is because you are afraid of yourself. You are afraid of your mind. Because when you are alone, everything comes back to you. You're thinking about a lot of things. And most of the things that you think about is how your life is a mess. Is how you've been doing stupid things. Everything that you have done stupid comes back to you. Now it's you versus your conscience. All those stupid mistakes, all these opportunities you've wasted, all this time you have wasted. Your conscience now comes to you and say, hey, you did something wrong there. Hey, you wasted that opportunity. You did that, you did that. When you are alone, you automatically self-reflect. And most people do not want to self-reflect. Most people do not want to go through the stupid things they have done, the opportunities they have wasted, the time they have wasted. They don't want to go through it. They always want to be preoccupied. They want to be busy, and then they will be alone when they go to sleep. They fall asleep. When they wake up, they seek company. They are running away from their conscience. It's excruciating to spend time alone. Because that's when you are thinking, that's when everything you have been doing comes back. Everything plays in your mind. Your conscience is talking to you. And when your conscience speaks to you, it doesn't tiptoe around your feelings. That's why sometimes you see people jumping from one relationship to another. You see somebody, they are always at the car wash. They are always at that salon. They can't spend time alone. Why? They are running away from themselves. They are afraid of their conscience. If you cannot spend a day alone, you cannot work on your goals. If you cannot spend a week alone or a weekend alone, you cannot work on your dreams. Where will you get the time? You can say you have got goals, you've got dreams, you are broke, and then you say you are bored. You mean there's nothing you can do to be productive? You are not working on something that can give you an income. You're not working on something that can get you a step closer to your goals. You don't have a plan that you're working on every single day. That is why you're bored. Do you think I would be able to brainstorm the ideas of these videos and then shoot these videos and then edit them and then post them across all my social media platforms? Do you think I would have written my first book if I didn't spend a lot of time alone? Do you think I'd be able to write my second book if I didn't spend a lot of time alone? Most of your growth will come from spending a lot of time alone. People who don't spend a lot of time alone, they don't have time for themselves. They neglect themselves. You have time for everybody else and anything else except yourself and things that matter to you. You're always seeking company. What are you running from? You'll never grow until you make sure that at least 2/3 of your time you're alone. You should spend at least 70% of your time alone. 30%, of course, you need to socialize. You are a social human being. You need to see human beings. You need to laugh. You need to forget about the seriousness of life a little bit. 70% to 80% of your time should be a time you spend alone or with your partner, with your kids. Should belong to things that are dear to you, things that are very important to you. I don't get it when people say they are bored. You can't be bored, guys. You can't be bored. How are you bored, man? There are so many skills to learn online. There are so many things to do to better your life. There are so many things to self-improve. And then when you are bored, what do you mean you are bored?
My friends be like, how come you not famous yet? I be like, you didn't share my shit. My friends be like, how come you not famous yet? I be like, you didn't share my shit. My friends be like, how come you not famous yet? I be like, you didn't share my shit.